So before I start the video, like, we're trying to reach 20k subs before April, which sounds absurd, but like, if you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe. We have been growing kind of fast lately, so yeah. Enjoy the video. So, hello gamers and welcome back to another video and a new update to Phantom Forces. In my opinion, this update is actually amazing, I fucking love it, but what did they change in it? So, first we're gonna talk about new attachments. So, they added a muscle booster, which is a barrel attachment that boosts your RPM by 8%, well, increases it by 8%. This could be useful on some higher RPM guns such as MAC-10, but it could also be useful on semi-automatic guns such as the Mark 11 or WA-2000. Then they also added the muffler, which is basically the opposite of a muscle booster. It lowers the RPM, but acts like a suppressor kinda. So, I don't feel like this has a use in my opinion, since its drawback is too much. It doesn't reduce the recoil enough, in my opinion at least. And here comes the best attachment in this update. The straight pull bolt attachment. Ability to scope in while ability to stay scoped in while cycling rounds. There's a difference with scoping in while cycling and being scoped in. But this thing, so the main use of it isn't very useful, like being scoped in while bolting, since you can't see anything, but we'll fix that later. But the main thing is that you can aim in earlier after bolting, which makes some snipers amazing, like the Intervention and the 𝙬𝙬𝙘 and the Mosin not too much, but stuff like that. It does reduce RPM by 20%, I think, or 15, something like that, which is a hefty amount, but you can just add a muscle booster on it, and the snipers, like the bolt action snipers, doesn't show their true RPM. Like, it says that the Intervention has 50 RPM at the moment, but if you didn't have the muscle booster on and the straight pull attachment, it will only shoot at like 30 RPM because of the bolting speed, even though it says 50 RPM. So bolt action sniper rifles doesn't show their true RPM. They added new sniper scopes. If you achieve 5000 kills on a sniper rifle, you will master it, unlocking the rest of the default scopes. Each feature a different model, design, and a reticle. So yeah, that's the reason why they cost 5000 kills each. It's because of the fact that you need to master them instead of buying them. Except I will buy them because I have infinite credits. They added new scopes and iron sights to across all guns. Like, there's like 25 new scopes in total. It's insane, and I love it for some reason. And they actually they sorted the scope, so it starts with the lowest kill scope to the highest kill scope, which is actually amazing, because I was so confused all the time when I was trying to find a reflex, because it was always on a different place for some reason. Like, what is the point? They added new stocks to the M9, FAL Shorty, MC51SD, MT31 and MAC-10. All reduce recoil at a cost varying depending on the gun. Which is quirky, I guess. I don't know. The MT31 stock is useless, the MAC-10 stock is okay, the MC51SD stock is okay, Shorty stock is okay, M9 stock is useless. So that's what I have to say about it. Delta sight, kill unlock reduced from 70 to 60. Incredibly knowledgeable. Grip attachment changes. So grips actually have some use on snipers now. They reduce sway and increase steadying speed when scopes are attached to give it a purpose, equipping grips on snipers, because I see a lot of people equipping grips and it's not fun, because they were useless. They're still kind of useless, but they have some use now. They buffed some weapons. The M1911 now has increased reload speed. Still not better than M45A1, except like better reload, who cares. SL8 increased magazine size from 20 to 30. The SL8 is somewhat usable now. Like, it's still not amazing. The SA58 still shits on it, but it's somewhat usable now. Like, if you macro it, it can be okay, you feel me? And here we have the main attraction of the fucking update. Well, maybe not the main, but it's a good attraction. The Intervention, various buffs. So basically what happened to the Intervention? It got increased RPM, faster ADS speed, better damage, better muzzle velocity, more scopes, and it's just better in general, better in every way. It's faster, stronger, better. But this brings me to a problem that I feel exists. Well, maybe not too much of a problem, but it's a thing at least. What's the point of the TRG? Name one thing that the TRG has over the intervention at the moment. It doesn't have faster RPM, it doesn't have better damage, it has shorter torso kill range, it has less bullets in a magazine, and it can have the same sights as the intervention now that this update is here. Like, what is the point? And then there's various miscellaneous fixes, and they didn't mention this in the update log, but the police barrel and the police stock is back on the Desert Eagle, and they're kinda useless. Like, the police barrel is slightly better than an extended barrel, like statistic-wise, but not really at the same time, since it reduces the reserve ammo from 3 magazines to 2 magazines, which is it's trash. It's trash. Like, and it has 5 studs further damage range. Like, just use an extended barrel. There's no point in a police barrel. But let's go up again, back in the update. So, like, this update, all in all, is kinda amazing. But I want to go more in depth on the scopes. Yeah. So, these scopes, all these irons, you may, like, they have all these specific magnifications, right? And it's from the original gun. So if the Honey Badger had 1.8 times magnification on its irons, it's gonna have 1.8 on every other gun, which I feel is a kind of a bummer, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'd really want just a 1.4 times or 1.5 times iron, because, you know, I want to, like, equal out for the reflex sight or the EOTech 552 or the Delta and stuff like that. But at the moment I don't feel I really like they have a use. I really like them. I really like the AAC flip-up sights and the Embus sights and the HK sights and the Swarovski sight. Like, I really love them, don't get me wrong, but I really just, can there be like a slider for magnification or something? I don't know. If it's too much to ask, but a slider for magnification. I know it sounds outrageous, but I feel like it's something we need, because sights doesn't necessarily have magnification because they were called sights for a reason. Scopes are called scopes because they have magnification. Sights are called sights because they don't. But all these sights have different set magnifications for some reason, and I don't really know how to feel, because it's not very quirky. I'm gonna give a positive feedback. Well, positive feedback. I love it. Like, it gives so much variety to the gun, and there's so much you can do. Like, the ASVAL can now have the Honey Badger sights. You can just basically call the ASVAL the Honey Badger, and that's what it is. It's basically just a 10 times better Honey Badger. Or you can put a Swarovski sight on the AG1, because why not? Why wouldn't you? And then you can put the TRG sights on the intervention. Like, this is what I've wanted for so long, for me to put irons on snipers. Like, irons on snipers is the most amazing thing that exists. And now that you can do that, it just makes me so happy. That you can put the TRG on the intervention, and makes the intervention just 10 times better than the TRG. Like, what's the point of the TRG? Like, literally. Okay, whatever. But this update is actually amazing. And there's one more thing, well, maybe 2 more things I want to talk about. And that is the Colt SMG, Colt LMG, M4 and M4A1 sight placement for the EOTechs, which are absolutely amazing for the Colt SMG at least, because I don't know how I feel with it on the M4. It feels so weird playing with it on the M4, but you know, that's how it is sometimes. But on the Colt SMG it feels amazing, because before you could only put your sights on top of the other irons, which made me like reluctant to use new sights like reflex, so I always use irons. But now you can put the EOTech basically at the same height as the irons, which basically makes the gun amazing, in my opinion. Well, it doesn't make the gun better at all, but it feels better to use in some way. Like, I don't know how it feels better to use, but there it is. And the last thing we're gonna talk about is the joke sights. The handmade sight, the furrow sight, and the ANIMU sight. The handmade sights requires 3,000 kills. The furrow sight requires 5,000 kills, and the ANIMU sight requires 4,500 kills. I don't know. I really like that they have the courage to just joke around and not add just serious stuff all the time. And I like it. I don't know. they're not useful at all. It's just funny that they're like, you can go with your friend like, yo, bro, I have the jokes. No, I don't know. But it's there at least, you feel me? It's something new. It's something unique. Like, you wouldn't see, I don't know, Bad Business add a fucking ANIMU site in your game, or like a furry site. Or will they even add attachments? I don't know. I'm not trying to, like, trash talk Bad Business. I really love the game. I literally pre-bought a few guns on it recently because I saw the Taco TRG and was like, bro, that's insane. And AR Rex, I'm like, bro, that's insane. But we're not here to talk about Bad Business. Okay, so this is the last thing. Okay, I promise this is the last thing. They also added a new map known as Elevation. I haven't played it nearly enough to give an actual opinion on the map, but from my test plays experiences and the fact that I like Vertigo, I think it's pretty good. Like, I don't know what to say. I haven't played it nearly enough to actually give an actual opinion about the map, but at the moment I think it's pretty good. That may be subject to change, but maybe it doesn't change, you feel me? But yeah, that's the update. That's all the things that got added. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, buy my merch even if I don't have any, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.